welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a nice day. I want to thank my old subscribers, my new subscribers and my recent subscribers coming to my channel. Can't thank you enough. And if you come across any of my content, I mean any, there's a mixed bags of bags. I do a lot of things on this channel. There's a wee green subscribe button below. If you press that, you get all my content coming to you once a week and whenever I upload. And also when you subscribe, I have this beautiful community tab where I give you BTS and photos, and I drop in and I tell you what's coming up and what shorts I'm doing, and I get to interact with you. So if my channel's something for you, there's a wee green subscribe button, and I hope to see you at my community tab. But yeah, I hope to see you there. So press that wee button below and see you there.
A few moments later. So
I'm just going to get into this vlog, like, do you know what I mean? This is an unfiltered truth of why not crediting your photographer is a huge mistake. I'm not going to make this long, and I'm not going to dive into the ins and outs of one's life of when I did an extra work and all that, because you already know. That's why I don't want to make this vlog long, but I want to give out some pointers and, you know, why images, everything, and why you should credit your photographer to the small percentage of content creators, etc., that don't. You know, it's a bit bad. Well, it's more than bad, but, you know, but I'm just going to start off, so I'll be ready. Let's get on with this.
A few moments later.
So, if you've been on my channel long enough, you know, when I came here in 2022, as you well know, at the time, obviously under heavily masking alcohol, I used to be an extra that was in TV, films, everything else like that. And I started being an extra at this local film company, Northampton. I forget their name, it will come across here. But, you know, I started with them, and the first I started in was Macbeth, which is like the Shakespeare, but on a modern thingy with gangs and all that lot. And then this photo here, me 2018, when I was in Alan Moore's The Show. This is what I look like, you know. I'm not ashamed of that. We've got to start somewhere on this weird little, you know, building of portfolios. And this is what I look like. Yes, I had black hair and I had a really bad hair, and, you know, and that's how I started. And, you know, like I've said before, as much as I had the great experience, it was all under alcohol and masking and living a double life. But it's not an experience I regret. I just regret not being me. But anyway, that was me there. So let's fast forward to 2019. I look like this. I still don't know what I'm going on with this outfit. And this is when I meet Khandie. If you know, Khandie is my photographer, my friend for 5 years. We met in 2019, right? And I'm not saying this because she's my friend, she is my photographer. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying for anybody with any kind of photographer, you should credit them. So this is me, and look at my ginger hair there, right? That was when I was dyeing the black out of my hair, and I went to the salon, professionally done. And that is how I met Khandie, in 2019. And, you know, I'm just going to show you some photos of it processing of the imagery and why this imagery is important, right? So let's move on to when I was published in a small fashion magazine. This photo here, which is in my red David Bowie jacket, still got ginger hair, and this was at Delapre Abbey. And basically my story was voted as an inspiration award, and the award you got was getting published in I think it's called Fashion Magazine Live from London, like wee magazine. And that imagery there is what got, you know, published along with my story. And my story was basically being a model and an extra, as you know, and being autistic, and what it was like for me living in this grit world of being an extra, because it's not easy being an extra. People think, oh, your background person, there's nothing. There's costume fittings, there's early morning, late hours, there is travelling, there is, you know, a lot of things. And then I accidentally got onto the model scene by meeting this other photographer, which I'm not going to go into because I've had some pretty bad experience with photographers. And this was trade for prints. And this said person, when this said person saw that I got published in this magazine from one of Khandie photos, he backtracked on his words, but I'd never use him again. And I'm not going to put out this person's name because it's in the past and these things happen. But yeah, my story was being a model with autism and being an extra, and you know, I didn't want to get signed for being autistic. I wanted to be signed for being me. You know, I had people doubting me now. Says I'm not saying, oh, I'm the most gorgeous thing and everything. It's just something that I was determined to do, and I did it. Okay, like I say, I didn't like get on Vogue and I wasn't on massive runways, but I managed to do it. People were saying to me, oh, if you've got tattoos you'll never get signed. You know, I had it all, and you know, funnily enough, I got signed for my resting bitch face, you know, that moody look I pull. I got signed for that, and lucky enough I had a very good agent who I'm still in contact with as a friend who I meet up in London whenever I'm travelling down there. And yeah, that's how it happened. And that said image there is what, you know, helped me move along. So as we process, obviously it's 2020, I'm getting sober and I'm unmasking and, you know, I'm kicking myself up the ass. And, you know, I turn to, you know, I've had a blog since 2019, but I'm still writing in that. And then I thought I'd come here to YouTube in 2022. And I decided to become an advocate, and I decided to become this content creator and still use khandie services, because, you know, as much as that I'm not doing photo shoots for modelling and extra work, you know, they say content is key, and so is imagery. And people ask, and I'm here to explain, it's in another previous vlog, that why do I still do photo shoots? Well, 1 is to support my friend's business, 2 it's for therapy for me, and 3 it's to give new images for you lot, and obviously post educational things related to them on my Instagram, etc, etc. But I'm going to point out, right, we're just talking about me, but we're going to go across these images, and I'm not going to talk about me now. Why images, everything, and why you need to credit your photographer. Here's why, okay? So imagine my shitty image, right? I'm not saying my photography is crap. And then you have Khandie's image, right? People are going to be looking at, okay, you know, some people are curious. And when you don't credit your photographer, people go, oh, who did that photo then? You know, and when you do credit your photographer, people are going to be like, okay, it's a kind of word of mouth, like, not that Khandie needs it, but it's like, you know, people are going to go, oh, I'd love an image similar to that, or I'd love someone to do my images like that. They can go into my profile, because I always tag Khandie in my photos, whatever I'm doing, and they can go, oh, I might use her services. You don't know. And if you don't credit your photographer, well, you're a bit of a douchebag. And I'm saying that nicely, because, you know, they've put out this really nice image for you and you are not crediting your photographer, and it's really bad. It's like, you know, this image sets it apart from everything else, and it makes people curious to look at why this image is there. And if you don't credit your photographer, it just like, it's, to me, it's really unhinged. It's like, why are you not crediting your photographer? Why you... I can't understand it. This is why I got this video coming out, because it's... I'm confused. Why do some content creators, why do some people, like the influencers, have this really beautiful image and then not credit their photographer? And then, it's like a vicious circle. It's like, well, someone's done these images for you and you're not going to credit them. Do you know what I mean? That's like walking into your butcher shop and them giving you half a roast chicken because, do you see what I mean? It's like someone does a service for you and people say, oh, do I have to? No, you don't have to. But as my gran would say, it's nice to be nice. And, without, like I've said before, without this imagery, like, and I'm not saying this like I've always said because Khandie's my pal, whatever. No, it's like, I don't think in my heart of hearts that I would have got published in that magazine if I didn't have Khandie's image. I really don't think. I don't think I wouldn't have broke the kindish model industry without Khandie's imagery. You see what I mean? I'm not saying my photos are shit, and I'm not saying the people, like a small percent of the nice photographers I met for trade for prints, didn't get me there. I had to build a portfolio. You have to start from somewhere, right? You have to start your way up, and I know everyone's on a budget and I know everyone's got an marginalised thing and they have to do, But I don't think without all these images that I had built up since doing my extra work on my modelling days and now, I don't think I'd have like the audience I do today, and the autism community that I have today as well, if it weren't for these images. And I'm being honest here. And I'm not saying my photography is shit. I'm an ex-photographer. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but I'd admired somebody else's skill and, because that's me, I'm not saying my photography is crap, but from another point of view, it's like I admire someone that does my images and that's fine. But I don't think without all these portfolios, without these images or imagery that I had which Khandie created for me, I don't think I would have got anywhere for extra auditions, modelling, castings. I don't think, it all comes together like one big ball. Like, that's why you need to credit your photographer. That's why imagery is important. That's why, your photographer matters, because it's more than an image, it's more than a shot, it's more than somebody clicking a camera and going, right, here's your images. No, you have to think what that photographer has put into their work to get that image. And I've shown you many behind the scenes of me and Khandie, even if we'll be doing stupid, silly crap like we do, because that's us, we bounce off each other in that way because of our personalities. And it's great if you have a photographer. Like, if you don't and it's like a high and buy, then I feel like a bit sorry for you, because I think connection is everything. It's like if you work on an image and a certain thingy, if you look on all my images here, we go to different locations, we have different lighting, we have different outdoor settings, indoor settings, even in the studio, it's all different. And as you can tell from all these different images that are coming across your screen, these built up, and you need, and I know I am repeating myself and I don't care, please credit your photographer. Please, it's like a massive bat signal to say, right, this is my photographer and all this lot, because you're helping them, you're helping yourself, you're giving like a word of mouth through whichever media platform you're on, and you're going, right, there's this really cool photographer, here's this image, look what this person, i.e. photographer, created for me, and you get it on all platforms. And it's just, like I said, it's nice to be nice. You help your photographer, you help yourself, it's a win-win, it's all great. But if you don't credit your photographer, then you are a massive douchebag, you're in Egypt, and many other things that I can't say on here because I don't want to swear because I've got younger viewers. But, you are. And it's really sad to see if you don't credit your photographer because you have a me mindset and you don't care for your photographer's creative image, skill, talent, and you know, you should support your photographer in any way, you know, even after the images are given to you, even, you know, if you never see them again or you do and you go back for more, it's like you should be creating that outlet and going, right, look at this cool image. Look at this imagery. Look what was put into it. Look at the hours that have gone into it. Look at how much has gone into this small session, you know. And that's why you should credit your photographers, because, you know, without me being in the model industry, the extra industry, there was many people around me. There was photographers, designers, even in extra work, I learned a lot of things. I met a few actors, which I'm not going to say whom. You know, I can't say what I was in because I have to sign a certain contract, and most of these films didn't get produced because COVID at the time. But, you know, if it weren't for all these people coming together, I don't think I would have made it in both extra modelling and now what I'm doing now, because, you know, it's just nice to be nice. But yeah, I'm going to leave this here. But do credit your photographers, okay? Please credit your photographers. I'm going to leave Khandie's YouTube channel here and her links below for her website. And if you want wonderful images like mine and you want to treat yourself to a wee little session or whatever, then Khandie is your girl. But I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for letting me rant, thanks for coming, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below, and I will see you for the next one. Love you lots!